It's midsummer in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and undefeated light heavyweight Sergey Kovalev, one of the sport's most destructive forces, is putting the finishing touches on preparations for his August 2nd bout against Blake Caparello. But the men in this gym aren't the only ones gearing up for fight night.
For August 2nd, Kovalev Caparello. Doors open at 6:30.
Welcome to the offices of Main Events, Kovalev's promoter since 2012.
I think Main Events is unique because we don't have a lot of shows every year, but we are able to do high-profile shows, and I think we accomplish a lot of the same things that our larger competitors do with a very small staff.
If Isaac Chilemba fight ends early, we have to see about possibly maybe putting a 4-rounder in there.
And then we're all women.
Kathy Duva, Chief Executive Officer.
Nicole Duva, Vice President of Marketing and General Counsel.
Jolene Mazzone, Vice President of Operations and Matchmaker.
Of their 8 full-time employees, 7 are female, an anomaly in the testosterone-driven world of boxing.
We're putting 2 guys in a really nice spot where they're going to get showcased. People approach us, especially I think because it's so many women here, and I think a lot of them come in and they think they're just going to roll you. We can outsmart them, we can take advantage. They find out fairly quickly that that's not going to happen.
CEO Kathy Duva has spent nearly 40 years in the sport and has lived her share of ups and downs along the way. From Main Event's rise to global prominence in the 80s under her husband Dan's leadership, to his untimely death in 1996, and the company nearly shutting its doors in 2008. These days, Main Events is back in the national spotlight, thanks to a previously unknown fighter from Russia.
Sergey Kovalev is like the perfect example of everything working exactly the way it should. He came to us after being rejected by every promoter in the business.
So we put him on one of our undercards, and he got in the ring, and he knocked Darnell Boone cold. And all of us had exactly the same reaction. Holy shit. This is the guy.
And we said, if you follow our guidance, we will get you there. If you win the fights, I promise you'll be champion of the world.
True to her word, Kovalev won a world championship in his 4th fight with Duva. And now, with 7 days to go before the 3rd defense of his title, Kovalev and his opponent, Blake Caparello, are in New York to meet the boxing press, already assembled for Gennady Golovkin's title defense later that night.
Thanks to HBO, is my favorite channel.
He's got an attitude, he's got a charisma about him, he has an appeal about him that is magnetic.
I thought you put out initially saying we would like to fight Hopkins, even though you had signed the Blake fight.
I would like to fight any champion, in my division. If it will be Hopkins.
It's difficult to get people to agree to fight him, but to get the higher profile fighters to fight him, that's really hard because they're all afraid. But recently Bernard Hopkins has come out saying he would fight him. Bernard has called a lot of people out in his career, so we'll reserve judgment on that until we actually have a substantive conversation about it with his promoter, but maybe he'll come around.
Future opportunities notwithstanding, next stop for Kovalev and Caparello is Fight Week.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the beautiful Rebel Hotel in Atlantic City on this absolutely magnificent day. It is so nice to see you
In
here.
a little more than 48 hours, Kathy Duva's marquee fighter, Sergey Kovalev, will defend his light heavyweight title for the 3rd time, but the promoter is looking one step ahead.
Well, everyone else is here to watch Sergey Kovalev fight against Blake Caparello on Saturday. What I'm doing here is negotiating Sergey's next fight.
That next fight would be the biggest of Kovalev's career. Over the past 24 hours, negotiations have begun with Bernard Hopkins for a fall showdown, and Duva is anxious to finalize a deal.
You get that done, and let's get it out to him. It's 1:30. It's after 1:30 already.
I mean, none of these shoes are...
I know. I just want to get it signed.
You have to beat Caparello. But what are your thoughts about fighting Bernard Hopkins?
Max, it will be very good and interesting fight, I'm sure. But I don't want to speak right now and thinking about tomorrow because I'm living today.
Despite Kovalev's desire to focus on the task at hand,
I need you to sign this ASAP.
By meeting's end, the Hopkins fight is one step closer, as Duva presents Kovalev with a bout agreement, securing one side of the deal.
Congratulations. Tomorrow you win.
Yeah.
All that remains is a formal commitment from Hopkins.
Here he is, ladies and gentlemen, the reigning and defending WBO light heavyweight champion of the world.
Just a short while later, as Kovalev steps on the scale at the official weigh-in, Duva awaits word from Team Hopkins.
Did we find out? We found out! Oh my God. It's official, people. The fight is done. Yay! We just got the signed contract back from Golden Boy, and we absolutely have a fight with Sergey Kovalev if he wins tomorrow night, and Bernard Hopkins this fall. I can't even imagine how Sergey must feel, but oh my God. So much more at stake tonight than we thought there was going to be literally 2 days ago. So this is pressure. Hi, everybody. Hello. I just came to wish you luck. Tell you to have a great fight.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. See you later. Have fun. See you guys later.
Duva is not the only ringside observer hoping for a Kovalev victory on Saturday night. Bernard Hopkins is also in attendance.
My objective is to prove that in my whole career, I fought everybody in my era and everybody in somebody else's era, win, lose, or draw. That's how I want to go down in history. Yes.
For Sergey Kovalev, Roy, this is the last obstacle between big names, Bernard Hopkins, and the big money that goes along with them.
That's a lot of pressure on any fighter, especially when it's a fight that you've been dreaming of for a long time. Low blow by Capolero.
Yep.
Oh! Capolero dropped him.
Yep, that's going to count. Second knockdown of Sergey Kovalev's career.
Well, that should piss him off pretty good, knowing that Bernard Hopkins is sitting ringside.
Nevertheless, a 10-8 round for Caparello.
Scary.
No, he was out of balance.
But Kovalev is starting to warm up a little bit now. Starting to have a great body shot.
In comes Kovalev, looking for openings.
It's just a matter of time.
Caparello down again and waved off.
See you in November. Thank you for making me fast.
It's official. Kathy Duva and Sergey Kovalev get the fight they've both been looking for.
I was so happy when it ended. I hugged Bernard Hopkins. I said, I'll see you in November.
I did it.
This is why we do it. You know, two great champions get in the ring with each other, test their skill, find out who's best. This is what the sport's supposed to be, and it really isn't, it doesn't get better than this. We will start publicizing. We'll see you there. Okay.
See you later.
Okay. And he carries his own bag. You gotta love that. You really gotta love that. He clearly hasn't gone Hollywood yet.